In this video, I'm going to show you how I structure and run Facebook ads for my clients using the simplest structure that is also very effective. So what you see here right now is one of the accounts that I am handling. For the past 30 days, this has spent $28,000 at 2.16 ROAS, $153 cost per purchase. Our target cost per acquisition here, or cost per purchase, is actually $150. So we are on our way to actually hitting that. It just needs a little bit of optimization. So the way I structure my campaigns is based on the product that I am selling, because they totally have different AOVs. So they have also different conversion rates. So I try to separate it out, but basically it's almost the same structure as everything else inside this ad account. For example, let's go into this statement campaign. If you look inside, this is just a normal campaign budget optimization type of campaign. So basically, Facebook is the one deciding where it's going to put in the budget. So the campaign budget is set here. Right now, this particular campaign is spending $600 per day. And of course, we've set up the audience segment reporting to the engaged audiences and then the existing customers. And of course, the Advantage catalog ads is turned off in this campaign. Then once we go inside the campaign, you will see here that for the past 30 days, we have been spending a lot of money on different types of ad sets. My strategy is launching new ad sets every Sunday. That's why you can see here two scheduled ad sets. I typically want to test out like 2 to 5 sets of ads, which each ad set contains 3 to 5 ads inside. The way I set up the ad set is, if we're going to take a look inside, it is a very broad type of targeting. It's website conversion, optimizing, of course, for purchases as usual. We don't optimize for view content or add to cart, because Facebook is so good at this that if you ask them to give you add to carts, they'll be giving you add to carts without a guarantee of giving you purchases. I've tested it a lot of times. When I optimize for add to carts, I get a lot of add to carts, but I don't get purchases, which is, of course, bad for the business. That's the reason why we always want to optimize for the end result that we want, which is purchases. And then for the audience control, I think this is the most important part in this ad set building. What I do is Advantage Plus targeting. So you can see here that the age range is pretty wide at 18 to 65 years old. The gender, I try to suggest, because this particular product is very gender specific. That's why I try to suggest a gender, which is women. But of course, if the product that I am selling is actually good for both men and women, this is going to be like all genders. And then for the exclusions, I only exclude 180 days past purchasers, or from time to time, I also test out the last 30 days purchasers. But I've tested both, to be honest, and I didn't see like a big difference in terms of the performance. And then you can see here under the detailed targeting, it's just broad, no interest, no behaviors, and no demographics, just open targeting. Languages, all. That's basically it inside the ad set. And then once I've set that up, you can actually see here that on each ad set, as I've said, I want to have like 3 to 5 ads inside. So I set up like 3 ads inside this particular ad set. And one thing to note is, whenever I am testing out creatives, I only test one thing at a time. So only one variable at a time. In that way, I am able to determine which one is working and which one is not working. The problem, if you test out like the ad copy, the creatives, and the headline all at the same time, you won't actually know which of those moved the needle in terms of performance. That's why I just test one variable at a time. So you can see here, this has the same ad copy, same headline, compared to this one, same ad copy and headline, and also this one, same ad copy and same headline. The only difference is the background image. So what I do here is I just let it run for several days. If it's getting some spend, it's mostly because Facebook is seeing some potential in this creative, and it's probably more scalable than the other ads that we have in here. In terms of creative testing, maybe the next time I test out creatives, I'll be testing like this same background of the woman and just maybe different text overlays like sick of tape-ins that slip or don't last. Maybe I'll change it out um to other text overlays just to test out if we can get more juice out of this creative and make several iterations. Or maybe I can also just retain the same messaging and same background image and just change the headlines. That's one way to test different iterations of this almost same creative. And this type of testing actually involves a lot of patience because you're only testing one thing at a time. The good thing about this is once we have tested a lot, we will actually know the perfect type of creative that is going to work in this particular account. And that's what I do. I mean, every Sunday I put in like new ad sets in here and I turn off the ones that are underperforming. Sometimes I let it run for only 3 days, and if the numbers are really bad, like the cost per click is really high, the cost per acquisition is really high, and it's taking up a lot of the spend, I'll just turn it off. I don't get like very emotionally attached on the creatives that I'm testing out, even if the team has spent a lot of time making those creatives, but it's not performing, I just turn it off because I don't want to waste time and more money and definitely more effort on those creatives that are not generating the cost per acquisition that I need for this account.